Hello. Thank you for joining us for our Teacher Connect series, Fantastic Features on the Chromebook for Accessibility. Today, our session objective is participants will learn accessibility features on a Chromebook to provide support for their students. Please take a moment and write down the bit.ly as you see it is case sensitive to access this hyperdoc on accessibility features found within the Chromebook. As teachers, our job is to support our students. And so, with that being said, we wanted to share with you some features that are found actually within your Chromebook that can assist teachers. So, we are also asking that you share this information, the bit.ly as well, with your students so that you can show them and teach them how to change these features on their Chromebook so that they can interact or that they can access the information even better. So we're going to jump on in there. We're not going to go through all of these features on the Chromebook, but on this HyperDoc, if you click on the link, it's either going to be a video tutorial for you or step-by-step directions that you can use at your leisure. So once again, please make sure that you access this HyperDoc so that you can actually go through some of the features that we are not going to go over in this session. All right, so we're going to jump on in there. So the very first one that we're going to look at is we're going to actually look at the one that is doing the increasing size of all items. All right, so there are multiple ways that you can do this on your Chromebook. So one way that you can do it that will actually allow you to increase the size of the content that's in the browser is by clicking Control and the plus symbol. So as you look on the screen, things should be getting larger because we are clicking the Control and the plus button. All right, so Control plus will allow the screen, the, the information on the browser to get larger, and then Control minus will decrease the information found on the browser. And one way that you can make sure that it resets all the way back to initial is by pressing Control 0. And what that does is it takes it back to original size. So if you want to actually adjust the screen resolution, so let's say there's some content on a page and the students need to see it larger, and not only just the content, but also the controls where to click on the page, what you're going to do is you're going to use some short keys as well. So to do that, you're going to press Control Shift plus. What that does, it's going to not only increase what the actual document, but it's also going to increase the mouse as well. So everything on the screen is getting larger because you're actually increasing the screen resolution. So I'm going to take it back to the original default setting, which is once again, Control Shift 0. That is going to take everything back to its original size. All right. So another feature that we also have inside of a Chromebook is your screen magnifier. So what we're going to do on your Chromebook, you're going to come down here and you're going to click over here on the status tray window. And when you click that, you're going to go to settings. When you go to settings, it's going to open up a new screen. At the very top, you're going to type in accessibility. When you type in accessibility, you're going to click that. And so what you're going to see, it's going to ask you, do you want to manage accessibility features? You're going to come over here, you're going to click that option. And then when you scroll down where it says display, you have what we call an option to toggle on or off for your enable full screen magnifier. So we're going to click that we want to magnify. And as you see, just by clicking that, the whole screen has gotten larger. What this does is allows your students, you as well, to magnify the screen. So imagine if you were doing a lesson and you wanted the students to look at maybe a characteristics or maybe some content on a paper that you wanted the kids to have closer look on. This is a feature that you can do on your Chromebook so that it can also assist the students. This is also a feature that your students can do if they are having vision issues on their own device. Once again, if I want to not magnify, remember I can press Control minus, and it's going to bring everything back in. So those same short keys that we were using before to increase the size will also allow you to do so for the magnifier. So right now I'm going to toggle it back off, but that is a feature that you can use inside of your classroom, not only as a teacher to magnify the information on your screen, but the students can also use it as well in their classroom. The next feature that we're going to go over is your screen reader. This provides an opportunity for the information that is on the screen to actually be read for the students. So with that being said, what we're going to do is we are going to go and do it. So on the same screen, if I go down and I scroll even more, there's going to be an option on here as well for me to do that. But we're going to step out of this for 1 second because we are going to come back to that. So on your Chromebook, you have the ability to press 3 keys. And when you press these 3 keys, what's going to happen, it's going to start reading what's actually on the page. So the 3 keys that you're going to press to enable this feature is going to be Control Alt Z. When you press Control Alt Z, as you hear, it is ready to
support for our students HyperDoc Google Docs application document details button. Press search plus space to activate. Fantastic features on the Chromebook for accessibility session objective. Participants will learn accessibility features on a Chromebook to provide support.
So what you just experienced was the short keys Control Alt Z. As soon as you press it, it's going to start reading what's on the screen. This is an awesome feature for our students because it will read the things that are on the screen for the students. One thing we do want to say is that your Control Alt Z does not work on online PDF. So if you have an online PDF that you would like for this feature to work, it does not work with online PDFs. So the next one we're going to do is your screen reader, and that's also going to be found inside of your settings. So we're going to come back over here to our status tray. We're going to go back here to our settings. We're going to type in accessibility. We're going to come over here to the options. And then right here, it says enable select to speak. So what this is going to do is it is going to allow you to select the text that you would like for it to read to you. So I'm going to toggle it on. And once you do that, it's telling you in order for it to be activated, you're going to have to highlight the text, and then you're going to click the search button, and then you're also going to click S. And when you do that, whatever you highlight, it's going to read. Now, this also does not work on online PDFs. So I'm going to get out of this for you, and I'm going to go over here to an actual Canvas page so that you can actually see it in action on a Canvas page. So over here is one of our district's Canvas page, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to highlight just this paragraph. I'm going to highlight it, and then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the search button and S, and then it's going to read just what I highlighted.
Canvas does many things well. Enhancing course pages with pretty sparkles and interactivity is not one of them. This self-guided course will teach you the rudimentary principles of hypertext markup language and give you some pretty cool tricks you can use to enhance your Canvas pages.
All right, so that will only happen for what needs to be read out loud. But once again, you must first highlight the text. And once you highlight the text, you're going to click the search button in S, and it's only going to read what was highlighted. This is an awesome feature that you can use in your classroom and teach your students that maybe it's a word they can't pronounce. If they're reading something on their Canvas, or they're reading something on the web, or maybe they're struggling readers. If that is the case, this is a feature that is built within inside your Chromebook that is there to provide support for our students. So the next couple of features are also going to be found also under accessibility as well. So I'm going to go back to the same accessibility menu that we were there before. So we're going to come down here to the bottom corner. I'm going to come over here to settings. I'm going to type in accessibility. And over here, we just went over that one, so I'm going to cut that one off. But over here, you have some other features as well. You have the high contrast mode, which we're not going to go over. We also have the enable full screen, which we've already talked about. So there's some other things that you can also do as well, but we're going to come back down here. All right. So the next one we're going to talk about is your mouse cursor, and highlighting text. So over here, it says highlight the object with keyboard focus when it changes. So we're going to select that. Highlight the text caret when it appears or moves. So now we're going to toggle that on, and then I'm going to show you what that looks like. So right here, we're going to come over here, and we are going to actually open up a new window. So when we come over here, you notice that when we toggle over there, that it is, so right now it just took a while for it to the settings to take place. But if you notice, when I click here, it gets blue to highlight exactly where I'm supposed to click. So that is also a feature that if you want your students to make sure that they know exactly where they're clicking, or maybe their mouse is too small, that is also a feature as well that's there that can also assist your students. So we're also going to come back down here, because I also want to show you another way also to get to accessibility. So over here, we click here, and over here are the same places, are the same options before that we were walking through when we were going through the menu. So there are other ways that you actually can get inside. And as you see, because I've toggled it on right here, it's showing you here as well, okay? So another thing that you can do is use a large mouse cursor. So if you click that, it instantly makes our mouse cursor big. This is a great feature, not only for students, but for teachers as well. So if I want the students to be able to know exactly where I'm going or what I'm pointing at on my screen, this will allow them to do so. They will actually be able to see exactly where I'm pointing, and even the cursor is large. So this will also direct the students exactly where I'm going to type next. This is a great feature when you're modeling for your students inside of your classroom. There are other accessibility features that are inside of Chromebook for your students, but today that's all we're going to go over. But once again, please take a moment to go to this bit.ly right here so that you can access this HyperDoc. And with this HyperDoc are videos as well as step-by-step tutorials on how to enable all these features on your Chromebook. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to the DIFs at dtif@hcs.k12.nc.us. Thank you all and have a great day.